How many of you feel that you have been misjudged? Well, don't worry. We humans, we weren't born perfect. In fact, we do make mistakes, but we tend to adapt and adjust to changes, and so has our society. Our society has dictated us from the very beginning of time. The idea of marriage has been originated from the Mesopotamians, which is the birthplace of civilization, and roughly around 4,000 years ago. It is time to introduce something new, such as creating alternatives to marriage. But before going there, have you ever wondered why people get married? A question with no definite answer. Well, I see marriage feelingly. It isn't just about love. It is the central institution of family, to be able to instill kinship and to shape the family's identity. Furthermore, it is to provide children financially and to support them emotionally. Children need to learn the norms and values of their society through primary socialization, which happens in their family. Marriage can be divided into 3 subcategories: monogamy, polygamy, and no or exogamy. Monogamy is the state of being married to one person at a time. It has been the most popular form of marriage because it appreciates the idea of loyalty. However, throughout the years, monogamy rates has toppled down tremendously. And it has been predicted to decline further in the future. Why and how? You see, there are limitations of being monogamous, one of which is not being able to socialize with new people, having to deal with the relentless fear of potentially being emotionally attached to them, and inviting jealousy. Trust is what you need. Trust is like paper. Once it is crumpled, it can no longer return to its pure form. And trust is given, not earned, which explains why many undermine the meaning of trust. Today, polygamy almost exclusively takes the form of one husband with multiple wives, which is also known as polygyny. Polygamy is illegal in most countries, and due to our rebellious behavior, these numbers are skyrocketing. Polygamies are not only discouraged in several religions, but imagine how many lives of innocent children were neglected by the envious wives. Women suffer from psychiatric conditions such as low esteem, loneliness, anxiety, and somatation. Needless to say, imagine women in the sub-Saharan Africa, and they had no option but to live in polygamous families due to the intensity of poverty. The last form of marriage is endogamy, the custom of marrying within the community or tribe, and disobeying this custom would get you penalized. Did you know Shakespeare has implemented one of his renowned books? If you guessed Romeo and Juliet, congrats, you could be the next Solomon. Romeo and Juliet were from opposing tribes, and they weren't even supposed to communicate with each other. But both of them disregarded the idea of being excluded from their tribe. Juliet has to face being mocked and even threatened to be disowned by her own tribe.